Welcome back to WRESTLEEN, a wrestling podcast for true wrestling fans. This is episode number 13. Today we're talking about proboscis monkey Triple H and his obsession with Donald Orange Skin Rump.
You mean Donald John?
Donald John Trump. First off, before we even get into anything, that's the worst name I've ever heard in history.
Watch it.
Like, that is the worst. That has to be the number one, worst name of all time.
I'm warning you.
I'm warning you. You need to watch it. You need to stop. We can't have that.
Not a great name like Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Ain't nothing good about Vince's name. Vince's name is garbage, too.
Vincent Kennedy.
I like watching the audio not pick up anything you're saying.
What the hell, audio?
You gotta speak louder.
We heard people. Is that loud enough for you?
The microphone is too much to my side. It picks up me where it picks up you. Yeah. There, it might have fixed it now. So, we're talking about garbage. Let's just look at it. Let's start with the facts. First of all, the facts. The facts. Triple H going to the White House to talk about being healthy. And then them showing that on SummerSlam. Why?
Healthy meaning what?
It's the whole Make America Healthy thing. He's doing the campaign to, we want kids to get fit and we want them to get healthy. This is coming from the man who's taken a million steroids, who's taken enough steroids that he could rival Hulk Hogan for steroid use.
Something Hogan never did.
Hogan took mega steroids. You're right. He didn't just take steroids. He took mega steroids. But yeah, Triple H, first off, don't know the first thing about being healthy. But that's besides the point. The fact that they showed it on TV already shows where their allegiances lie as a company. Add on to that fact, that Kayla Braxton woman who was the backstage interviewer, saying that she was getting punished, that she would get punished by WWE, she would talk out about it. And the fact they wanted Ava Raine to delete a tweet that she made regarding to a podcaster, it shows that this company is more focused. It's more focused on getting in the president's good graces than it is on being a wrestling company, The
question is why? What's in it for them?
Well, I can tell you why. It's the same thing as UFC. Trump comes to UFC, we can make a big deal about it. They want the same fans the UFC has. The crazy racist. The discriminatory, the people who sit up at night thinking about trans people just to complain about them in the morning. Oh, they're shoving it in our faces when you're the one thinking about them 24/7. That's what it is. That's the fan base that WWE wants. They want those people that are discriminatory because that turns AEW from competition to nothing.
Why AEW?
Because these people won't go watch AEW. Look at what they got over there in AEW. They got Bowens, who is married to a man, I believe. They don't. The WWE fans would complain about that the entire time. They got Tony Storm, who's into both men and women. The WWE fans would complain about that. Nyla Rose, they'd complain about that. That's what they want. They want to get rid of AEW as an alternative because it's too, in their minds, woke. That's what it seems like to me.
What will be the best term to describe WWE right now?
Bigoted, garbage, hostile.
I'm talking about entertainment-wise. What goes
garbage,
on in the
mid,
ring.
stank, mediocre, abysmal, atrocious, blue meanie caliber.
Yeah, nobody seems to talk about that.
Because why would they?
Talk about how much they're spending on a ticket for an awful show.
Well, somebody just did. Last year at Allegiant Stadium, I believe it was, someone posted a ticket stub showing that they paid $650. The same seat this year was $1,400.
Yeah.
Double the price.
And then some.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, the tax on that was like $70-something. Or I think it was like either 30-something or 70-something. So let's just say double. Let's just go with double. Double the price for tickets. Yet, the WWE fans don't complain about it unless they're, normal human beings. They don't complain about it because, well, this is the company our loyalties lie to.
It is.
This company
It
gives
is
us what we
ridiculous.
want.
That's like the worst thing that they've done. 2-night WrestleMania, and then the amount of money that you're charging for these tickets, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And now they were trying to make every pay-per-view 2 nights. Like there was 2-night SummerSlam, 2-night Royal Rumble, 2-night Elimination Chamber, 2-night Survivor Series. Might as well do a 2-night Elimination Chamber at this point.
2-night Raw.
Yeah, 2-night Raw. Let's just extend it. Raw is Monday, Tuesday, NXT's Wednesday, Thursday, SmackDown's Friday, Saturday, then the pay-per-view's Sunday.
There you go.
Why not?
7 days. Yeah.
7 days of WWE. It's great.
It's awful.
And look, let's be honest. What's WWE actually doing for their fans?
Putting a terrible show out there.
Exactly.
But they're buying it.
And what's worse is that you also have to pay, on top of that, you would have to pay for, meet and greets as well.
You can go back.
You gotta pay for merch.
3 WrestleManias.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can go the last 2 and
Mm-hmm.
this one, this year. After this one is done. And when you compare all 3 of them, they might be so similar.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the same thing.
And
nothing seems that big, that important anymore. Like, you got WrestleMania now, you got the big venue, the big ramp,
Mm-hmm.
And the big crowd. But other than that, I mean, what goes on in that ring is awful.
Yeah. And that is my thing. Look, back in the day, WrestleMania Access used to look awesome. It would be like, oh, this is this big thing. This is this, WrestleMania is this, big attraction. We got all this stuff, people out here cosplaying wrestlers. We got so many signs. We got fans doing entrances. We got an NXT show before the thing in the Access place that fans are just watching, It was like a big spectacle, WrestleMania Access was. And now, it's just, the arena's got a bunch of shops in it, so we're just going to set up a bunch of, shops. A bunch of, pop-up shops, and then we're going to, you could watch, Rhea Ripley get a tattoo. That's about it. It's kind of that's, the only standout thing that happened in the past, 3 Manias on the, day of WrestleMania, the morning before WrestleMania. Because, before it was, Bo Dallas had a match, and we're showcasing Bo Dallas. And then we go to the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and Bo Dallas is in it because he won his match on Access. I believe it was.
Who the hell wants to watch Bo Dallas?
Doesn't matter who it is.
That was bad.
You could put anybody.
You mentioned Bo Dallas.
You could put
somebody else.
I mentioned Bo Dallas because it happened. You could put Charlie Dempsey against Stax, but as long as the winner of that goes on to the Memorial Battle Royal, it makes sense. Now it's that ties in. The fans get to see something that actually affects something later on in the show. You get to feel like you're part of the show.
The fans too.
I do, yeah. You have to blame them.
To accept new talent.
Mm-hmm.
They're still stuck with the same people.
Yeah.
In their eyes, Seth Rollins has another 20 good years left in him.
In my eyes, Seth's got 2 seconds before he gets punched in the face.
He's gonna run, WWE, the title scene for the next 20 years, and it's no. These guys, what they have, all the guys that they're pushing, the better part of their career is behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are on their prime right now, but they're not going to get any better.
They're on the lesser end of their prime. That's the thing.
It's when you continue to have Sami Zayn, they're taking up a spot
on the roster
from somebody,
and you don't use him at all.
On the championship contender scene, and Jey Uso every now and again. Now you do the same thing with LA Knight. They don't win.
Yeah.
But they're taking away opportunities for someone who could perhaps be winning.
Let's say an Obafemi. Look at what Obafemi's first feud is. I like Kit Wilson. Why is Kit Wilson Obafemi's first feud? That doesn't set him up to be in any division. Kit Wilson isn't going for titles. He's just kind of there to get rid of toxic masculinity. But then again, that's another part of the whole, going back to the whole WWE, and their obsession with Trump. That's just another way to make the people that Trump don't like seem insane. Because toxic masculinity is a real thing. people are so fragile in their egos that they believe that certain thing makes them more of a man than others, despite the fact that that's not how it works. But that is what they're doing here, is that, oh, Kit Wilson's ridiculous, trying to be a non-toxic male. He's ridiculous. See, it's funny. It's like, no, it's an actual thing that you're trying to make a joke of. That's like saying a thing. That's like having, I don't know, Natalia do like a feminism gimmick where she's all about women, and then having every women's wrestler say, look, she's ridiculous. She's going crazy. Why do we need feminism? It's basically the same thing. And, Obafemi's just a part of that. Obafemi's basically a pawn to use to make that look crazy. So that's Obafemi's job right now, is just, we're going to make Kit Wilson seem crazy so that way fans stop cheering him, because we don't want his gimmick to make too much sense. And then what's Obafemi going to do after he crushes Kit Wilson?
What Kit Wilson's going to do?
Yeah, what's Kit Wilson going to do, and what's Obafemi going to do? Because you're going to kill Kit Wilson's, attraction that, like, the fans love. The fans are loving Kit Wilson right now, and you're going to kill him off. And then you're going to ruin Obafemi because he's going to be stuck for the first few months doing nothing, when he should have been feuding with, like, a Priest, a former world champion who's of similar height to him, that you can make an actual, like, monster versus monster feud and have that set up for Obafemi. Yeah, Priest is not a monster, but that's the thing. Obafemi's bigger, which would mean that Priest would have to find a way to wrestle Obafemi without having to use his size like he does for smaller opponents. It would make for a good feud, and it would set up Obafemi to be in the world title picture. But why would we do that when we could just keep having him fight smaller wrestlers?
What Priest should do is get fired. That's what he should do.
Well, that's the issue. I don't know what Priest is doing. I think Priest might get fired. Because Randy's going after Aleister Black now. That's the Mania match. Randy versus Aleister Black. And people are like, Aleister Black left AEW to get a Mania match. That's good. That's great. That's not good. That's not great.
One mediocre match?
Yeah, a mediocre WrestleMania match that was just thrown together.
We're not in WWE in the 80s where it was a big deal, 90s where it was a big deal, the 2000s where they were ruling. Right now, it's bad when you can do male and female. It's the same people you're going to push on.
That's the thing,
You get a few others on the outside that you use. It's like you take turns every now and again.
Yeah. It's like you're playing a game of Sorry. Everybody's got to take their turn, but nobody else gets added into the game. That's the thing. It's the same 4 spots in Sorry, and they're all taken by the same people. Yeah. It's never given to anybody else, and they got to make their whole turn. It's bad. Like, look, straight up. We already talked about, like, Mania and how bad Mania was in the last episode, but I think that bears repeating. Randy Orton versus Aleister Black is supposed to get people to buy tickets.
Yes.
I would refund my ticket if I bought one.
What's worse, I think Cody versus McIntyre is just as bad.
That's just bad. Cody versus McIntyre, Randy versus Aleister Black, Brock versus LA Knight.
That was awful, yeah. Those 3 matches right there are terrible.
Terrorism, that's what that is.
Mask
Terrorism.
Versus Mask.
Even worse. And it's not even like Dominic versus Mysterio, Mask versus Hair. No. El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano.
Ludwig Kaiser.
Horrible.
Okay, imagine they get a mask and one of them is one wrestler, one of them is somebody completely different. 2 people you didn't think were behind those masks.
Put Javon under one of those masks. I no longer care about continuity.
And I guess, but I don't know.
Put Gunther dressed as Hitler under the other mask.
Big E under the other one. Yeah.
You put Gunther out there to do the Hitler salute. I bet you the WWE fans would go right out. They'd toss it right up. Yeah, we're just giving our heart out to people like Elon.
Yeah.
Like what?
Elon.
Yeah, because Heyman loves Elon. Heyman also crazy racist. Fun?
No, not fun.
That's what the WWE fans love. We love racism. Are you ready? That's Triple H starting up a cross burning.
To man.
Triple H in front of a black person's house. Are you ready?
It's old already with the thing. Come on, man. That wasn't cool when you were wrestling.
Well, you don't like
And
him
it's
stealing
not
from
cool
corn?
now, no.
He's
Don't be going out there. You're not Vince. When Vince went out there, when that music went out there, you knew it was gonna be something big was gonna happen.
But that's the
a
thing.
match. He was screwing somebody. You just go out there. You go out there to hype up the crowd.
But that's
you go
the
out
issue.
There to hype up the crowd. That's the issue.
What you're comparing is Vince McMahon as a wrestler to Triple H as a guy who physically can't wrestle at this point. Vince only did something big because there was a chance that he was going to get involved in a match or that he was going to be the on-screen authority figure. Triple H refuses to do that while simultaneously wanting to be the on-screen authority figure. It's really weird.
Are you the general manager? Or are you the guy behind the scenes?
He wants to be the guy behind the scenes while also being the general manager, while also appearing.
I'm surprised he hasn't interfered in a match yet. Low blow somebody.
Yeah.
Hit
And
somebody with a sledgehammer.
I've also seen people complaining, saying, "Oh, Tony Khan does the same thing." There's a difference between Tony Khan going out there during intermission on shows when the camera is not on him to go say hi to the fans, check how they're doing and stuff, and Triple H going out there at the start of every pay-per-view to go, "Are you ready?"
And then the stupid fans, they cheer.
Yeah.
They love it.
Like, you waste 5 minutes on Triple H in every pay-per-view. That adds up at the end of the year. That's 12 times 5. That's an hour of Triple H that is on my TV screen in just pay-per-views.
You're doing nothing. It's not, if you were doing something, okay, but you ain't doing nothing. You're doing less than nothing.
No, he's doing something.
No, he's not. He's hyping up the crowd.
He's
really?
checking. Are you
What are we
ready?
ready for? The mediocre show that you're about to put on?
The Clan Rally.
It's bad.
The Clan Rally's happening. Come on. Oh.
My main concern is this whole not enough money or more money. The more money you make, the more money you want to make. The product is suffering severely. But you don't seem to care. The fans don't seem to care because, we're better than AEW. You're overlooking what's being put in front of you because you're looking to the side to see what that other company is doing. So you can criticize. Dude, this WrestleMania card looks like it belongs on a Backlash card instead of WrestleMania. It's that bad.
Well, you're giving us an idea. We're doing Backlash, second night of Mania.
It's bad. LA Knight versus Brock. Wow.
It's another way to squash LA Knight.
Wow. That one. Mask versus Mask.
Can we get Hitler versus Stalin yet? Can we just get one of those? Bin Laden versus Jesus? I'll take anything at this point. This is horrible. This WrestleMania card is so bad, it's making me want to watch, it's making me want to watch Stephen Amell versus the Hurricane or something. I'll take anything. Anything. This is horrible. This is awful. I'll take Stardust.
No entertainment. The entertainment part is gone. The fun part is gone. It's almost like the only part that goes out there that you show on TV is the business part. It seems like it's no longer about wrestlers. It's no longer about entertainment, sports entertainment, fun. Now it's more about the business.
Because look at that WWE Unreal show. They're showing a little peek into the business. Like, look, this is how we conduct our business. The fans don't care about wrestling. Every time you talk about WWE, the fans will go, "Oh, well, what about profitability?" Like, profitability matters.
In your pocket.
Exactly. And that's the thing. The whole WWE Unreal show has made them think that way. Because it shows the behind the scenes. This is what we're worried about. We know we're putting on a good show. We know the fans like that. No, they don't. Your fans may love it. Yes, let's be straight up honest. Your fans love it. Does that make it good wrestling? Not a chance.
The better question is, why do they love something that's bad?
Because they're mediocre. Because WWE has always had those fans. Forever. WCW was a thing. WWE fans were still saying, well, it's not WWE. WWE's been here, longer. WWE's bigger. TNA was the thing. Well, WWE's bigger. WWE's been here longer.
Well, we
ECW, WWE's not barbaric like that.
We can just break it down, and then it'll make all the sense in the world. You look at all the people that they have. The two main women that they're pushing, Rhea Ripley and
Liv Morgan.
When you look at the guys' side, I mean, it's safe to say you're pushing Roman.
Yep.
And I mean, you have CM Punk there, but at the same time you have Cody. I'm not even gonna say about McIntyre. You know, so you go those three there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like on the outside area. Okay, you have a McIntyre.
Yeah.
You have a Jey Uso.
Yep.
You have a Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
You have Seth when he's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And on the outside looking in, there's always like a LA Knight.
Yeah, LA Knight's looking in, dragging his hand down the window.
Okay.
Please,
with
let
the
me
women
in.
on the outside, you have Becky Lynch. You know, you could have. Damn it! Then I guess everybody is in the same pot together because it'll make a difference whether it. Yeah, I guess you can say on the outside, you have a Becky Lynch and
Natalia.
Bakir, you know, and you have everybody else in there.
Yeah.
You can tell the difference between an Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree.
Yeah.
Who gets the next shot?
Mm-hmm.
Who does this? Who does that?
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, you know, what else do you have other than that? If you do not use the people that you have, that you're pushing, who are you going to push in the women's division? That's going to make any kind of sense.
Well, we're going to go Nia
The
Jax.
fans are going to connect with.
We're going to go Nia Jax.
And
The
you're
fans
gonna
don't
be
need to
able
connect.
build, or you're going to be able to build moving forward. Not something that's going to take the wrestling scene by storm and completely take over.
The only person they got that they could use because the WWE fans, for some reason, prioritize, like,
All right, let me tell you
we're
something.
talking,
There's
like,
one
size over
person
everything and be Lash
nobody
Legend.
cares about right now in the female division. They haven't given a shit about her since she returned.
Oh.
It's
Alexa Bliss?
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah. And that's the thing, because what's Alexa Bliss's gimmick? Oh, well, you know what? I'm teaming with Charlotte. What's your gimmick?
Charlotte's partner.
I'm teaming with Charlotte. This is the woman who was a big deal for the women's division back in the day. And straight up, your gimmick right now is teaming with Charlotte?
Yeah.
Oh, but you know, well, Charlotte, it's a good thing. No, it's not. Charlotte's bad.
Okay. It's like you're taking a back seat to Charlotte. What about Nikki Bella?
Well, her gimmick is that she's mad.
Mad Nikki Bella no longer feeling.
She's mad. She's mad because people said she was bad after she continually botched when she came back.
Okay. What about AJ Lee, who's looking as young as CM Punk is, face wise?
Well, AJ Lee. You got AJ Lee, who might be the most in shape woman on your roster, but she can't wrestle, and you're putting her only with Becky Lynch. And she wrestles once every, 4 months?
Should have never came back.
I believe she should have came back just for that one match and should have stayed gone. I don't know why WWE told her, yeah, we're giving you a full-time contract that we're gonna make you wrestle a ton.
Too much
because
time
it seems
has
like
gone by,
it seems like even she only wanted that one match, and now it's all right. Becky Lynch again, and Becky Lynch again.
But it's okay.
And,
I can fix it.
Becky Lynch again.
Put AJ Lee versus Maxine Dupree. I could put her versus Arinal. I could put her versus Gulia. I can put her against Jay Cargill. Hell, I could put her against Nia Jax. Is it really gonna make a difference who she's put against, who she wrestles, who she fights?
Yeah,
it doesn't.
It won't. But she needs to be in there more than just one pay-per-view every 4 months.
But then if I move AJ and I replace AJ with, say, bobblehead Liv Morgan, it ain't gonna make a difference. You replace her with Rhea Ripley against all those opponents.
Yeah,
unless it's for a championship,
it doesn't matter. Yeah,
it's not gonna make a difference. Like a Bakir versus Rhea Ripley, yeah, makes sense. But you can only do that once.
Yeah,
you burn that one, you're done.
Because you don't have anything. You have one match that could go on forever. You have a match that you can put on any chance you get, and it will hit with the fans the same way that it does on the first one. And it's Vaquero versus Io.
You can do that one, yeah.
You can do that one multiple times. But the issue is that WWE doesn't do it multiple times. Like, twice this year, once the next year, maybe, once at the end of the third year. No, we're going to do that 4 times in a row.
No longer have wrestlers, talent that were viewed as being larger than life. You go back to the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And you had like a Rock,
Taker,
Undertaker,
Mankind,
Stone Cold, Mankind, Hickenbottom,
Dean
Triple
Douglas,
H. All these guys that you had that were
what about me?
at any point they were doing something. You had like your tag team divisions. You had
the
your parties
Headbangers.
there. You had
Edge and Christian, the Dudleys.
The Dudleys. At any time, you could do something special.
Yeah, kinda.
You don't have that.
Togo.
Now. Togo. You don't have Togo. That no more.
Yeah, because
so it's like, what do you do? What's the best tag team match you can come up with now
I
WrestleMania?
I have the exact one. The Usos versus Motor City Machine Guns.
Come on, really?
Yeah.
If that's the best you have, you're in trouble.
That is the best I can give you. I can give you a good match.
You can only do that once.
Yes, I can give you a good match.
Maybe if you run it back twice. After that,
I could give you a good match, but it's not between stars, quote unquote, the big people that they have. It's the Motor City Machine Guns, and you put them against Fraxium.
No. I'll take the...
Allow me to explain.
There's... No one cares about no damn Fraxium.
Yes, but that was a match that people wanted to see on SmackDown. They wanted that because it felt like they were building to it for a few months with Fraxium and Motor City Machine Guns being paired as friendly rivals on screen, and then they went and put it on main event. And the fans got mad.
One word. That match that you gave, okay, let's say that happened. What else do you have?
Seth? We could go, it's something dumb, but it could happen. The Vision versus the Judgment Day. That's a tag team
Both
match.
of those suck equally as much. I'm surprised they still a thing. No, you see, you have nothing.
Exactly. Because there is nothing. Can't go pretty
What do you have for
New
Jade
Day
Cargill after she loses that title? What do you have?
Banishment.
Honestly.
Put her on a rocket ship and send her somewhere. Bad.
You don't have anything.
Yeah, because there's nothing you can do with her. That's the thing. That's the issue. She's going to fight, let's say, Jordan Grace at Mania.
Stratton
and then fail.
Won the belt. Lost the belt. Now
to
what?
Cargill.
Now what?
Now what? Well, I don't know.
So she goes after the other belt?
We didn't really think we'd get this far. That's the thing. WWE Women's Division looks like garbage, and it's fully Triple H's doing. And I think it's because of, what is it? He wants because the women are so game to do pretty much anything that's an issue. The guys can't keep up with the women. And so now, we got to hold the women back. Because the women are harder hitting. They're willing to do more extreme things. They're willing to get in there and actually wrestle. And now we're holding back the women's division. So you have people that can make sense. You have Jordan Grace take that belt from Cargill. You put Jordan Grace up against, let's say, Rhea Ripley for the strongest women possible in WWE. And that could be a match that could build for a while. You could have maybe 2 or 3 matches like that in a year.
WWE is beginning to look like boxing. It used to be back in the day.
Exactly. They're picking and choosing the easiest fights.
Excuse me. The big fights can happen right now. No, but right now it don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't really beaten nobody. I believe you can get more money for this fight. No, he's still in his prime. I don't want to risk, my zero,
That's what it is.
And then when you do have these fights, what will be considered like, say this could be considered a dream match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say, I don't know. I guess say AJ Styles versus CM Punk, right?
Mm-hmm.
At WrestleMania. And look how you got CM Punk looking.
Yeah.
Like you waited for him to turn ancient.
Mm-hmm.
before you decide to have that match.
Yeah, and with WWE, that's how it feels. Is the women's division is stalled. You can have matches. You could take your belt off Cargill, and you could make that SmackDown women's division somewhat better, but you choose not to, because to do that would mean to showcase more than 2 women at a time, and to actually make that division better than the men's division on SmackDown. Because let's be straight up, who's in the men's title division on SmackDown?
I don't watch SmackDown. I don't even know who.
I'll tell you who's on the men's title division. Cody Rhodes. And maybe Jacob Fatu. You got 2 contenders on SmackDown for the quote unquote main title.
Jacob Fatu. Not even Solo.
No, Jacob Fatu, because Jacob Fatu's better. What makes him better? What makes a Samoan dude trying to be black better than a funny actual wrestler? Well, seriously, like, come on, man. Oh, it's funny. Well, it's great, you know. Why don't we use actual black talent when we could use Jacob Fatu, who's pretending to be black? It's great. It makes the most sense possible.
Eyes is pretending to be Jamaican.
He's pretending to be Jamaican.
No, we're not doing this.
At least it's somewhat funny with Udo Ice. Udo Ice a loser. It's funny.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's funny. I don't mind it. With Jacob Fatu, it seems like he actually believes he's black to the point where he's using, like, legit racial slurs, like, every chance he gets. It's like, dude, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? Him, Zilla Fatu does it too. Roman does it.
Maybe they grew up in the hood.
They didn't grow up in no hood. Just because you rob a place doesn't make you hood.
But if you live in the place...
No, it doesn't. No.
Why not?
Doesn't matter where you're from. It's how you're raised. Dude, you grew up in the Anawahi family. But you know, I had to fight for things. Like, no, you didn't.
Who you had to fight? Jay Uso?
Them people got money. You ain't had to fight for diddly. That's like Triple H trying to say that he came from a small town. Yeah, I had to yeet with Jey Uso.
Yeah.
We all sat down at the family table. We all had to pray. We all had to say grace. That I knew from right then that I had to get out of this family. I was Muslim. I can't say grace. I don't know. Was that your issue? It is thing. It is just ridiculous.
Kishi using 2 chairs.
Yeah, Kishi had to use 2 chairs, one for each cheek, to hold him up.
Yeah, that ain't right.
Kishi walked around.
Up and eat. I had to sit on the little kids' table. I had to go sit outside on a rock.
Yeah,
and eat my soup.
Roman was the head of the table. I wanted that seat. It was by the window.
Who was that? Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. Garbage. But you know, yeah, the WWE like women's division on SmackDown, or women's division on Raw is looking bad too. Because look at it, who's challenger for this belt? What's the storyline that's happening now? Liv Morgan's won the Rumble, and they're teasing Raquel turning on Liv Morgan.
Wow.
I'd nuke the whole company right then and there. Liv Morgan getting like the 17th title shot she's like gotten within the past year.
Careful, because Sami Zayn's in the same situation.
Sami Zayn's so irrelevant that Sami Zayn might as well be pulling a Shane Douglas and appearing on random indie circuit shows to do appearances.
No.
Sami Zayn's garbage. Sami Zayn, the only reason Sami Zayn don't catch strays for how many title shots he gets is because that's probably written in his contract. You're the loser in every title shot. That's his own fault.
LA Knight's heading the same way.
The difference is that LA Knight and Sami Zayn don't win. Liv Morgan gets like 17 world titles, and they still want to talk about she's got a bright future ahead of her. No, she doesn't.
Soon it's going to be Logan Paul.
Logan Paul is
going to be winning.
Logan Paul wins that title.
Because, that's their boy.
Logan Paul wins that title, and I need the entirety of, like, the indie scene to storm WWE headquarters, drag Triple H out, and beat on him.
And people are
won't do it.
People are going to say it's great.
Yeah.
Fans,
he's a great wrestler.
If they are enjoying what they're seeing, is keep watching.
Yeah.
Support what you like. But if you do not like it, You don't get to watch something that you are not enjoying and then complain about it.
Yeah.
Either watch it and enjoy it, or if you're not enjoying it, don't watch it. Simple as that.
And that's the thing. These fans will straight up say things like, "Oh, well, Logan Paul is better than Will Ospreay." In what world? In what world is a bad YouTuber that can't lead somebody through a match, that has to be led through every match that he wrestles in, better than a dude who's been wrestling for like 20 years at this point,
Well,
who's
they're
at
on
the
the
top of
same
his
level.
game?
He just can't do the flippy floppy things the other guy
Logan
does.
Paul can only do the flippy floppy.
He's a real wrestler. Wow. You know?
Logan Paul keeps lying. "Oh, I saved Rey Mysterio. I saved Rey Mysterio. I saved Rey Mysterio." You didn't save nothing. Rey Mysterio was going to land on his stomach. "Oh, but I stopped him from landing on his head," which he wasn't going to do, and got closer to with you in the way.
Thinking WWE's fans' eyes, they believe that Logan Paul right now is better than, say, could be Daniel Bryan in his prime. Whatever the hell his prime was.
They believe that.
Wherever it was. You know, I think they believe he's that good.
They do.
Mean, Logan Paul is not that much worse than Roman. He's in a couple years, he's going to be right there head to head with Roman.
I've seen people saying stuff like that.
Head to head with Roman.
I have seen people straight up saying that.
Like
Logan
Roman
Paul's
is actually
great.
good.
Yeah, first of all, Roman Reigns is bad. But even on Roman Reigns' worst day, Logan Paul still ain't as good as he is.
No.
That's the thing. I judge wrestlers by how they wrestle. Logan Paul cannot wrestle. Logan Paul is a spot fest. There's a difference. And people say, oh, Will Ospreay's a spot fest. There's a difference. I've seen Ospreay wrestle. With Logan Paul, it's, I'm going to get up, I'm going to grab my phone, I'm going to hit this frog splash through the table and record it and upload it on YouTube. I'm going to record this moment of me hitting something off the top rope. I'm going to hit the same 5 moves. I'm going to hit the buckshot lariat and then claim I do it better. I'm going to steal Super Crazy's move and claim that I do it better. I believe it was like a drop kick that Super Crazy hits that he stole, claimed that he invented it. And when people said, "Oh, Super Crazy invented that," no, well, I'm better.
Oh, Super Crazy! I confused him with Supermax. Sorry,
Supermax is great. I'd rather watch Supermax than watch garbage Logan Paul. At least then, Supermax brings homicide with him, so
you only get to come alone.
We get LAX. Get Coden and thing and homicide
alone. They're 1-to-1. Just as
then I'll still take Supermax. Supermax is still better. Supermax don't need to be led through a match. Logan Paul can't wrestle. Every opponent that they put him against has to lead him through the match.
Logan Paul came from having no experience.
From where he came from.
Becoming this wrestling, phenomenon. That's what people will say.
That's what people will say. Yeah. Oh, he came from a hard background. His father beat him. Just like I said about Sean Strickland, I don't care that your father beats you. I don't. That has no basis on anything. Again,
my father preferred Jake Paul's hairline over mine.
You've been alive
for both just as bad.
You've been alive for 30-something years. Go get some therapy.
Go fix that hairline. Or
go to Turkey. Go do the same thing MJF did with that garbage hairline.
MJF fixed it, though.
How dare you say this about our talent? I don't care about your talent. It's not even your talent. Logan Paul specifically is mid. Logan Paul is bad.
You got The Rock out there. The Rock's not making any fucking movies.
Yeah.
And how are you contributing to the fucking business? What are you doing?
I know how The Rock's contributing to the business. He's going straight up, no, man, I'm not doing nothing. Y'all ruined my idea the first time. I'm not suggesting anything else. Because remember, the whole Cena heel turn thing was his idea. It was, okay, well, we're going to do, I'm the on-screen, figure. I'm the on-screen, management figure. I'm going to get, Steen to take this belt from Cody. Steen got injured. Okay, we got to pivot. Let's go heel Cena. Heel Cena will do my bidding. I'll be on TV,
At that point, it should have been The Rock that went in and took it.
Heel Cena's going to be on TV. That's going to lead to his retirement tour. He's going to join up with me. We're going to be like the evil on-screen figure, and Cody's going to defeat us. And then Triple H went, wait. We got a call from, Ari Emanuel. He said, we got to bring in Logan Paul. Not Logan Paul. We got to bring in Travis Scott. And The Rock went,
Oh, that's great.
Okay,
Me and
we
Travis
could.
Scott is great.
The Rock would. Okay, let's think of some ideas for this. Because he ain't have no ideas for that. How you gonna tell The Rock? Yeah, we're gonna make Cena's heel turn focus purely on Travis Scott. Because it's like, it's Cena. Even The Rock realized, it's Cena. Cena hasn't been heel since like 2000s. How are we going to get a Cena heel turn and make it on somebody else? And then they did, and it stunk. And The Rock went, I give up. I'm not even coming back. Don't ask me for anything. And then And then Triple H had to book that garbage afterwards because you ruined it by bowing down to Ari Emanuel. Do it for something else. You didn't have to put Travis Scott in that role. If Travis Scott had to be featured, you could have done it in another way.
And then he was not committed to it.
Exactly. He wasn't committed because, it hurt too much. Did you expect that ring to be a trampoline?
Some gangster.
Did you expect that ring to be a trampoline? I think he did. That ring is not a trampoline. It is planks of wood with a thin little sheet of foam. And then the ring mat over it. That thing hurts. Who doesn't expect that? That hurts. The ropes hurt. Going off the top rope hurts. Landing on the ring edge hurts. It all hurts. It's all painful. But I thought it was a trampoline. You're a fool. Go backyard wrestle with KJ Orso for that.
Just because he used to wrestle on a giant trampoline before doesn't mean.
Yeah.
In the ring, it's the same.
Yeah, like what?
It's real.
But I thought it was fake. But that's the thing. The WWE booking has suffered so much from external factors, such as Triple H's garbage biases and who he thinks should be there and who these, writers think are better wrestlers and stuff. Like, look, Baron Corbin got fired because they didn't have anything for him. Why do you hire people if you don't have anything for them? Your job, your entire job, is to come up with things for them. But we don't have anything for them. Then you should lose your job. You should not have a job then. You should be unemployed.
Have, the creative mind, the vision.
Like, straight up, you could give me a wrestler right now, and I could come, here, give me a wrestler, say a name. And I'll try to come up with some.
In WWE, there's nothing that can be done.
Just anybody. I will try to give them at least a storyline leading up into a match.
No way in hell. It's not going to happen, but since you insist.
Okay.
Cody.
Okay, Cody for Mania? I already got one. He goes for the U.S. title. Because he's the American Nightmare.
No, he can't. I can't go for that title. That title.
No, that's what you're going for.
Big enough for me.
Yeah, and you're not good. You're Stardust. Let's not forget that.
I need the main title.
You're Dusty Rhodes' worst son.
But I need the mustard.
I don't care about the mustard title. Cody Rhodes is going to go for the U.S. title. We're going to put him against Carmelo Hayes. Since Carmelo Hayes was the first person he defended that title against when he won, Carmelo Hayes calls out Cody Rhodes. You're the American Nightmare. I'm the U.S. champion. Let's see which one of us represents the United States more. Let's see which one of us is more of the true American. And have them wrestle on WrestleMania for that title.
I was on board till Carmelo Hayes came out and said...
Carmelo Hayes is the guy that got the title.
Yeah, but
so he's got to be involved.
American thing, no. Cody, you're going for what would be considered like the mid-card titles.
Yeah.
There.
Yes.
That's what we think.
That's where we're putting you there. Because we need to get you out of that world title scene and get somebody else up in there. So you're going for either that or you're going back for that Intercontinental. Well, I'm the guy who brought back the white strap for the Intercontinental. I'm the best Intercontinental champion there's ever been. Dominic hasn't defended in months. I might as well take a shot at it.
Yeah,
Me and Dom at Mania thing. And when I win, I'm bringing back that white strap again.
But then you have the same problem. You have the same problem with McIntyre. How do you fix that?
McIntyre
is boring.
I can fix McIntyre. Obafemi versus McIntyre. Obafemi wins his first world title.
We're not doing that.
I don't care what they're doing. Do it.
Jey Uso.
Jey Uso is with, Jimmy Uso already. They got the tag title, so we're putting back the Usos. We're running it back.
Okay.
We're running it back Yeet style. them versus Motor City Machine Guns. Let's start cranking out them dream matches.
How long
from back in the day?
before Jey Uso is back on title contention as a singles wrestler again?
In WWE's estimate, I give it straight up like after Mania.
And that's what I'm
For
saying.
me, if I was booking, never. You're not touching that singles title division ever again.
What about Sami Zayn? Every now and again, whether it's him against Cody,
Yep.
him against Steen, him against, I don't know, AJ Styles.
Who has that world championship?
Him against Seth.
I got an idea. Him versus Phil. Phil beats Roman at Mania. WrestleMania Backlash.
Why should
Sami Zayn's winning that
be
title.
in title contention? Period.
Sami Zayn's winning that title, and have it be
Why
if Sami
should he
Zayn.
be him out of all people in title contention?
Simple.
Why?
There's nothing there. There's no title contention. Who's set up for Phil after Roman? Let's be straight up. There's nobody. He's run through everybody there was. AJ Styles, Finn Balor, at most there's Dom, but Dom still has the Intercontinental title, so he's not touching that. Breaker's injured, so he can't get Breaker. Theory's garbage. Bronson Reed's mid. There ain't nothing there for
Stall
a thing.
man. Like you love stalling. You
Phil,
like
I'd put Sami Zayn, and I'd have Sami Zayn take that belt from him.
him and Seth.
Seth's injured.
You wait till he comes back.
Well, I got an idea for that then.
And it has to
Seth,
be all brutal.
Seth versus Phil, dog collar match. We're breaking the whole PG thing. No, I need to see some actual intensity because I believe that Seth and Phil hate each other. But the moment they get in that ring, it's like two co-workers play fighting, just slap fighting like cats. Ain't nothing there. There's no intensity. Like, let's see Osprey versus Fletcher. Those are two dudes who are friends in real life. And look at the violent cage match they had. Seemed like they really hated each other in that match. That's what I need from Phil and Seth. I need to see that intensity. I need to see that you hate each other. I'm not asking for Swerve versus Hangman here. Burn down Seth's house and then have Seth drop you on a cinder block. No, I'm not, and then put a needle in your cheek. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for something as simple as beat him, hit him, whip him with the chain, bust him open. Don't even go for a pin half the time. Just beat on him, wail on him to the point where he wins because you refused to pin him. Because you wanted to prolong the match. He was able to catch you with something, hit you a couple times, hit you with that Falcon Arrow, then stomp you like 3 times into the mat, and then win like that. I need to see it. That match needs to go on like half an hour, and they have the opportunity to pin, and they refuse to just because they want to beat each other more. That is what I need to see out of that match. I need aggression. It doesn't have to be violent. I'm not talking that both of you need to be busted. That entire mat needs to be painted red Macklin style. But I need to see that aggression.
What do you do with Roman moving forward? I think Roman,
in that same rocket ship that Cargill's in, and send them to the moon.
Did everything he could possibly do, accomplish everything he could possibly do there. Now
I think Roman accomplished more than he should have done.
But I mean, we have nothing for you. Any moment's notice that can all change.
And
today,
I'm being straight up.
You're going for a title. Tomorrow you're losing a title. So.
And let's be straight up. How much longer till they run back him versus Brock? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
That match is going to come again. They're both bad. Brock's somehow worse than Roman. We're going to stink up the joint again because, we know. Well, that's a big match.
You had that match 100 times already.
I'm tired of the same matches happening. It's getting to the point where it's like,
it is a career versus career match. Brock versus whatever. Okay.
Yeah. One of y'all needs to retire.
Yeah.
Straight up.
There has to be something like that.
I think at this point,
type of stipulations.
The best person.
No disqualification. Anything. Everything goes.
Yeah. I think at this point, the
Let
best
it go
thing
on
to do.
For 47 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, longest match.
Yeah, their
WWE
longest match. Yeah. No, because
WWE
hasn't had an hour-long match.
No, I'm saying one of the longest matches
I think
they
their
had.
last
the
hour-long
longest matches
match
they had in a long time. Yeah.
I think the last hour-long match they had might have been 2019 Charlotte in an Iron Woman match.
Awful.
I don't remember who it was, but I believe it might have been that. which is like, that's a weird last, like, hour-long match to have. You could have had hour-long matches in the meantime. You have people that can do that. But what is it? Yeah. I think straight up, they could book this a lot better. It's just the unwillingness to book it better. They're trying everything to get ticket sales up before changing the card, and it's like, that doesn't work. You can't get people to buy tickets to something that they're not going to enjoy.
Eddie Edwards cutting a promo with the system, he'll look at the camera and say, the system works.
But it doesn't.
Something is obviously working.
Something's working. I know.
I don't know.
I know what that that has been working is working. It's that brand loyalty. They don't want to explore other wrestling options because WWE's the biggest. WWE gives them what they want. WWE isn't, quote-unquote, woke. It doesn't push politics in their face.
What happens today? You have two matches. One is a cell match. The other one is a regular match, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And in one of these matches, same card, same event, Liv Morgan gets injured. She has to be out for 4 months. Rhea Ripley gets injured. She has to be out for 8 months. What happens then?
Well, we're just going to stall the women's division. We're going to give that belt to Becky Lynch, and we're going to do the same thing.
What happens then? Is who you give the belt to?
We're going to stall.
Problem is, if these are your top, that's what you're focused on.
Yeah.
If both your tops get injured, how do you continue?
You stall.
You can't.
That's what they did. Remember.
You cannot stall.
Remember when Becky Lynch won that belt?
Both injured at the same time.
Yes.
It's the same thing. If CM Punk say Roman beats CM Punk and gets injured, Cody loses to McIntyre when McIntyre gets injured. Both your wrestlers are injured. One is injured for 9 months.
Yep.
The other one is injured for a year and a half. What happens then?
They'd stall. Maybe they put an interim title and that's it.
These two guys. Excuse me, and now you have to focus on these other guys.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, Sami Zayn will have to win that title. He can no longer be a title contender.
No, he's a contender.
Now you're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden now Logan Paul has to win a championship. All of a sudden Dominic has to lose his fucking belt.
Yeah, so he could be a title
and it's
contender.
like, what the hell is going on?
And for WWE, that would be pandemonium. That's why they don't book some of these wrestlers on the same card. That's why they do it. They're basically operating on the Coca-Cola rules. Like, there are two dudes that know the Coca-Cola formula. They're not allowed to take flights with each other. Because, God forbid, one flight crashes, they still have one guy that knows the Coca-Cola formula.
Shouldn't that be stored somewhere?
No. They had it stored somewhere. And some guy found where it was stored, read it off, tried to sell it to Pepsi, and Pepsi told Coca-Cola to arrest the guy. To get the guy arrested for like stealing trade secrets. What is it though? For a lot of these wrestlers, yeah, they get injured. That's it. The whole company goes down.
One.
If all four of them, if all four of the top people, the two top women and the two top men, all get injured, that could ruin WWE. But the WWE fans are so like committed to this bad product that they could stall it for as long as possible.
Versus, say, Roman for the championship. These are the two guys you're pushing.
That already happened.
This guy goes, Roman's on the table. This guy does a frog splash. He injures Roman, but injures himself in the process, too. These guys are out for a while. Imagine the women having, I don't know, some sort of match. It could be a ladder match, and both of them getting injured as well. What do you do? Because the other guys, they're just there. They're just fillers.
Exactly.
You refuse to give them an actual push. Nobody actually believes Sami Zayn is going to win a match when they put him against, I don't know, Roman,
I know who the backup is.
Cody.
I know who the backup is. If like Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley were to get injured, you put Stratton and you put Io. Those are the backups. That is their backups. Stratton on SmackDown, Io on Raw. We can have them wrestle garbage, like whoever, and that'll work.
Your product is going to suffer. Your product's
already suffering. It won't.
Because if you tell me the product won't suffer, then What you're telling me is it doesn't make a difference who you
It
put out
doesn't.
there. So why, if it doesn't make a difference, are you focused on the same people
Because
and not use all
it's
the
the
other
whole
people?
thing of why, if it's not broke, why fix it?
But why not use younger, better?
Well,
out there?
because it won't affect the ratings, but it might affect the sales.
How will it affect the sales?
It'll affect
You're
merch
telling
sales.
You're telling me CM Punk's old self sells more than a Breaker?
Yes.
So why do you have Breaker there?
Well, because we're trying to make him into the next big thing.
Okay, how's that going?
It's going great.
Okay.
Because we're not putting him in title contention, so he's not becoming a title contender. He's currently injured right now. He's the leader of a faction nobody cares about. But somehow he's still going to be a top contender for us in the future. When is the future? When is the future? In 15
Remember
years?
how old Randy was when he won the championship? Brock,
Yeah,
he won the championship, and it's like, what the hell's going on now?
Yeah, Brock, The Rock, Randy, because The Rock was in his 20s when he won the belt.
Because Breaker's already much older than Randy was when Randy won that
Not
belt.
much older.
Yes.
Randy was how old?
24.
He's 26.
Like I said, much older. Hell, he's much older than the Giant was when he won the
Yeah, because the
championship.
Giant was like
See what I'm saying?
23 or something in WCW.
My point is that although you're young, you haven't hit your prime yet.
Yeah.
Compared to these other guys,
They hit
Randy,
their primes
that's great.
early.
And Big Show, the
Let's
Giant,
be
Paul
honest,
White.
though. The Giant hit his prime in WCW. That was like
Yeah.
prime Big Show. That was him
Mhm.
skinnier. That was him when he was an actual, contender, when he was taken seriously. Let's be straight up honest. Some wrestlers hit their prime in their 20s. Look at Fletcher. Fletcher's in his prime
So
right now.
what's going on with
And
Breaker?
Fletcher, I believe, is slightly younger than Breaker. I think he's 25 or he's 26. About the same age. He's hit his prime. You got a guy that's, that looks kind of like Randy Orton.
People are gonna say, "Oh, you Chris are saying that Breaker's old. Breaker's only 25, 26, 27. That's not the fucking
It's not
point.
that he's old.
When-
He's too
Are you
slow
gonna
to develop
actually
his prime.
push
Yeah.
these people? Randy was ready by the time he was 24.
Exactly.
What's going on with Breaker?
With
No,
Breaker-
people they don't really develop the same.
That's the thing.
Come on,
We're
man.
not calling Breaker old. We're just saying that the machine hasn't gotten behind him in his
Yeah.
20s. How much longer are we supposed to wait for you to get to that level?
And don't forget, he did get injured
Yeah.
at a moment when he was in title contention. Remember
Yeah.
who that happened
He
to?
just got injured right now.
Never
That happened to
recovered.
Balor, and Balor's never recovered.
Never recovered,
And Balor is good. I'm sorry, Balor's worst is better than Braun Breaker's best, even
Yeah.
when Braun Breaker hits his prime.
Yep.
Balor is that good. And if Balor can't recover from it, what makes you think that Braun Breaker, who's not ready yet, is going to recover from it? Let's be straight up. And then look at the other guy they got in the division. Let's look at Theory. Theory's also in his 20s.
And then why the hell did you come back? You were revealed as the masked man.
And nobody cares. And look, now who's the leader of the division? Logan Paul. That's the new leader because Breaker's out. So, you're in a group with a YouTuber, a failed YouTuber, leading it.
Oh no, he's a successful. He's a YouTube sensation.
YouTube sensation when back 10 years ago was when he was big.
Yes,
10 years ago.
but he
And you know
gave
what's
it
even
all
funnier?
up to become a serious, wrestler.
No, he didn't. You know what's even better 10 years ago? He wasn't even the most popular Paul brother. It was Jake Paul. And it continues to be Jake Paul. Jake Paul is still the bigger of the Pauls. More people know who Jake Paul is than Logan Paul. Logan Paul's the scammer, Jake Paul's the fake boxer. More people care about Jake Paul than they do Logan Paul. But look, you got your wrestlers playing second fiddle to the weirdest people possible. You got McAfee out there. He's supposed to be a movie star now for WWE. Rather than focusing on your actual talent, you're focusing on Pat McAfee.
What movie is that guy gonna be with that funky?
Well, he's gonna be in a
like Kermit the Frog type voice.
He's gonna
Come
be in
on.
Tulsa King. He's gonna be in the series Tulsa
Yeah,
King with
definitely
Sylvester
is gonna
Stallone.
be a committed character.
He's gonna be
Committed
He's
in
gonna be there
comedy.
for 4 episodes,
Yeah.
and that's supposed to
Yeah,
spin
but the
him
guy
off into a big thing.
probably selling eggs out of the fucking trunk of like a fucking.
Chevy.
Let's go.
Ford
fucking,
F-150.
A Bronco. So
Yeah.
old Bronco. OJ's Bronco. type of shit. I mean, how are you gonna push this guy?
But that's
again with that voice.
They said they want to turn him into a Sylvester Stallone type actor.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be Rocky. That's gonna be new Rocky.
Not Roman.
Not Roman. Not Cody.
Cody.
Not Seth.
That was even funnier.
Not Seth. Not like Breaker.
Not
Not somebody young. Not Theory. Not Breaker. Not Dom. Matthew McAfee.
Damn, they could have put. Why not put Michael Cole? Imagine Michael Cole is leaving WWE to focus on his acting career.
That'd be horrible. With that funky shaped body, looking like the alien from X-Men. I mean, not X-Men, from Men in Black.
To focus on his acting career. Wow, these guys, they have acting careers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's not forget, Liv Morgan's a movie star. She went and filmed last year, and that movie still ain't out. Same with McIntyre. He filmed last year. That movie still ain't out.
We want to act. I have always wanted to act. Really?
Let's not forget, Cody
But you're
and Roman.
wrestling?
Yeah, Cody and Roman are a garbage Street Fighter movie. Street Fighter the movie looks like garbage. You got one good person in there, and it's Volkanovski. The rest are all garbage. You got racist Andrew Schultz. You have
Kenny Omega in it?
No, Kenny Omega's not in it, which is weird because he's the dude that loves Street Fighter. But you don't got Kenny. You got Volkanovski, great. You got garbage Andrew Schultz. You got racist Andrew Schultz. You got Cody as Guile. Roman, for some reason, is Akuma. The great big bad guy, bigger than M. Bison. Roman Reigns.
It could have been worse. It could have been Seth.
You got Jason Momoa as Blanca. You got... I don't even remember the guy who plays M. Bison, but the guy who plays M. Bison I don't got an issue with. You got... What's his face? What's the guy from, the comedian? I can't remember his name. You got a comedian dude just playing a random throwaway character in the movie. It's like, why?
Who's the throwaway character?
I don't know, just some, announcer dude. I believe in the movie. It's weird. That cast is hot garbage.
Vega.
No. Vega's played by... Vega, the Spanish guy, is played by a South African guy.
Elon?
No. Why would you not get Vega to be played by a Spanish guy? I'm mad about that. Yes, it does. As Vega's #1 fan, it matters. Would you like to see Ken played by Elon Musk?
Yes.
No. You're Ken's #1 fan.
I care who plays Ken.
I do. I care who plays.
That movie. I care about Street Fighter.
I care about Vega because Vega don't get representation. Vega's unfortunately not seen as anything. Vega's great.
Vega is the Blue Meanie of video games.
Vega is the best Street Fighter character of all time.
No,
everybody's worst, second only to Hugo.
Hugo, huh?
I like Hugo. I don't mind Hugo because Hugo looks like Andre.
Yeah.
I happen to like it because it's awesome. It's Andre with the afro.
Yeah.
But I forgot that movie has Goto in it. As E Honda.
Yeah.
Goto's not big enough to play E Honda. That's the issue. You gonna have skinny E Honda?
You have peak physique E Honda.
No, I don't want to see peak physique E Honda. I want to see fat E Honda. I want to see actual E Honda. I like E Honda. E Honda's great. That's the thing. I do like all of the Street Fighter characters. I like Street Fighter characters more than I like Mortal Kombat characters. Street Fighter characters are better. Although there are some that cannot be beat in Mortal Kombat. One of them being Reptile.
Reptile's garbage.
Reptile's great. Reptile, Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage's garbage.
Johnny Cage is great.
Garbage.
That is the...
Garbage.
I play as only, Johnny Cage, Noob Saibot. I haven't played much as Jax. I tried. How did this get from wrestling to video games?
Because of the Street Fighter movie.
Yeah,
the actors that I've always wanted to act. I want to, focus on my acting career.
Yeah. I'd rather talk about
career.
video games. At least then we can talk about great... Okay, well, let's talk. What's the thing? What's the top 4 fighting game characters of all time? Mount Rushmore fighting game characters.
Don't have any.
I can tell you. It goes Ryu, unfortunately.
Nope.
Ryu, Chun-Li, because that's the second biggest. Then Scorpion.
Nope.
Then Sub-Zero.
Nope.
There's nobody else.
No, I don't see.
You can't go
I don't see
Tekken. That's
that.
the bad thing.
When it comes to that.
That is.
A fighting thing, very hard to tell.
With fighting games, like, we're going off the main two. You could put... if we can only include one from each series, I'd honestly put Chun-Li, Scorpion, then, like, Heihachi from Tekken, and then number 4, Stay in Blank, because I can't think of a fourth fighting game that's that big.
How the hell is Chun-Li in there? I'm a Street Fighter guy. How
Because,
the hell is Chun-Li
because
in there?
Chun-Li's the biggest... Chun-Li and Ryu are the two biggest, and Ryu's boring, so I'd rather go Chun-Li. They're the two biggest at Street Fighter. That's the thing. Nobody cares about Ken.
Everyone.
That's the crazy thing. Nobody cares about Ken. And when you think about it,
They don't care about Ken, and they don't care about Street Fighter. They're not real Street Fighter.
The first theme everybody thinks of is Guile, but nobody thinks of Guile as a character. They just think of his theme. They don't think of Ken as a character. Ken's the guy, yeah. Ken's the dude that represents Street Fighter. That, like, yeah, we'll put Ken's sprite on a t-shirt. But when you ask people about Street Fighter characters, oh yeah, Chun-Li and Ryu. Those are the first two that come to it.
Chun-Li? I've never heard of Chun-Li.
I've heard Chun-Li because Chun-Li's like one of the more unique fighting game characters. Because does she punch? I think she just kicks.
She punches too.
Yeah, but her moveset is mostly kicks.
She has like a...
It's like a thing.
Like spike.
Yeah, it's like Liu Kang though. Liu Kang mostly kicks rather than punches. Yeah, he punches, but it's mostly kicks. That's why Chun-Li is put there. She's one of the more unique fighting game characters. We are still on video games. But yeah, we've basically just been talking about WrestleMania stuff for like an hour, and that's without even mentioning the fact that this year's Mania is like, it's in the same spot. And yes, we talked about this in the last podcast, that's going to affect the ticket sales and stuff. But what that also affects is their merchandising. Because that's something that we also forgot, is that they sell merch of, WrestleMania Vegas. They love,
You use the one from last year, whatever.
Yeah, they just have to use the same thing because you can't create new things. Oh, but we got a new logo. Who cares? The logo's mid. It's all mid. WWE is mid.
Yep.
And I think that's a good place to cap off this episode with WWE is mid.
Mid.
Garbage. Join us next time for the next episode where we'll be talking about, I don't know. We'll talk about Triple H being on Epstein's Island.
Epstein's Island?
Canaanites.